Yo, what it do? Hey, we know you just saw that fresh new intro. Wasn't that shit sick? Well, we couldn't agree more, guys.
Right, we just collaborated with our boy Omar at Sun City Vibes to help create an intro that would take our podcast to the next level. Do you need help with your video editing and content creation to help elevate your business to the next level? Well, Sun City Vibes has you covered without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Whether it's a logo reveal, a music video, drone footage, or even t-shirt printing, guys, hit up Sun City Vibes for quality work and affordable price. Shit, Omar even made us a sick-ass hat. Look at this.
It's a fresh-ass hat.
Fresh.
Shit's fresh.
Fresh.
So yeah, guys, go help support those that support us and hit up our boy Omar and tell him Chris and Misa sent you from the podcast and help support a local El Paso business today. Let's go. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Sheesh. As always, guys, co-host of the podcast, Mr. Misa fucking L.
Yo. What it do, guys?
In the producer chair today, our boy Joe is back. Say what's up to the podcast, Joe.
What is up, everybody? Good morning, guys.
Guys, for episode 139, we have a very, very, very special guest. We have a pro boxer, Mr. Austin, no doubt, Trout in the building. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
What's up, everybody?
Dang.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you for being here, number one. We're really glad to be here with you today. Today's a really busy Saturday. Shout out to our boy Joe. He's having a birthday today. We got the UTEP minor game later.
Hey.
But yeah, dude,
Go Miners.
Go Miners.
Picks up.
It's 9 a.m. and we have a legend in the studio here. Mr. Trout is hails from Las Cruces, has over 200 plus fights that he's actually been a part of. So you have a really impressive resume, man. So thank you for being here today. Give him a round of applause, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And when you guys say it sounds real cool, man.
Hey, dude, it's like, honestly, like I remember we've been talking through Messenger for a while. We've been just sending each other messages back and forth. And the timing of this was actually incredible. And so thank you for being here today. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself. Maybe for the people who may not be familiar with who you are, give them a brief introduction to yourself.
All right. Well, for those who do not know, Austin No Doubt Trout, professional boxer, former and future world champion.
Hey, let's go.
I got another one in me. I can feel it in my bones.
Hell yeah, brother.
Tender age of 36, and I say that because people are like, well, 36, it's pretty old to be fighting, but how old was Brady?
Hey,
right?
Bro, he's still balling too.
And he's still balling.
Yeah,
so
Brady's what, like 44?
You're on your prime, bro. You're in your prime, man.
Exactly. And it's all about, if you take care of yourself.
Right.
I have good defense. I try not to get hit too much. So, I think that helps with my longevity. But I believe full-heartedly that in this age, I can win another world title. And I'm looking at the landscape and I'm like, yeah, I could beat him and I could beat him and I could beat him.
You can beat us for sure.
Just need somebody to pay me for it. Give me a belt for it. But yes, so I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to proclaim to you all that I'm on my next world title run.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's what's up. That's impressive, man. We were mentioning your resume, man. You fought some really big fighters. You fought Canelo Alvarez, his brother. You also fought Cotto, I believe his name. Manuel Cotto.
Miguel Cotto.
Miguel Cotto. Yeah, that's right. So let's go back to your story, man. Let's go back to, you were born in Cruces, right?
Actually, I was born right here in El Paso.
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Borderland, what? Yeah.
So you just claimed the whole region as home?
Oh, yeah, Borderland is my home for sure.
There you go.
I was born here, raised in Las Cruces, but my mother worked over here, and so like my babysitting was done over here. I did schooling over here for a little bit, so I really identify with El Paso a lot. Las Cruces is home, but El Paso is home too.
Are you still staying here right now? I know last time I talked to you, you said you were training in LA, but do you make the Borderland your home, or are you residing elsewhere?
Yeah, I'm back and forth, but I'm in Houston mostly nowadays.
Okay.
Shout out to H-Town.
H-Town.
That's what's up. And so, what do you remember about going to like Mayfield High School? What kind of like getting into to boxing when you were younger? Like, what was all that like?
The thing I remember about high school is that the the finest girls were at Las Cruces High.
All the Latinas, baby.
Ain't no shade because my wife, she was at Mayfield, and now my wife now, she was one of the baddest at Mayfield. Don't worry. But Cruces had some of the baddest, and then Oñate, they were a little bit gangster up there.
Yeah, little hood.
I don't know how it is now, or it's called Oregon Mountain High School, but I do remember. I remember boxing in high school. We used to get geeked over the football team or the basketball team going for state. And I was like, bro, I'm a 11, 12 time state champion.
And nobody batted an eye, right?
But it wasn't, it wasn't a school sport. So, I was going to nationals. It was 2003 when I made the Olympic team. So 2004, I got to go to the Olympics. I graduated 2003 in the middle of kind of that. And I just kind of felt like, it's like, man, if y'all understood the magnitude of what I'm doing right now, I think y'all would have, a whole pep rally for me.
Hey, but they knew you had hands, right? They knew not to mess with you, right?
Nah, they didn't understand. I had to show them that too.
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy because obviously, over here, like even in this part of New Mexico, football is like the king. You know what I mean? In Texas, it's always been that way. But like, it's funny that you're like, dude, I'm over here winning all these fucking I'm fighting as an amateur, yes, but I'm doing good. I'm getting like W's under my belt, and yet nobody cares. And like,
well, I wouldn't say nobody cared. It just wasn't as hyped up as football.
No, it should have been, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so, did you get like motivation from that? How did that make you feel?
Absolutely. So that's kind of been my whole chip on my block, the chip on my shoulder for my career was, all right, that didn't impress you. Let me take it to the next step. Let me show you. Is this impressive, right? And I just been trying to not prove myself to anybody because I'm confident that I can do these things. But I guess it's just to confirm to everybody that I'm gonna do it.
Told you so.
Yeah, dude, that's interesting, man. And so you turned pro at what age? 19 years old?
I just turned 20. It was September 20th was my pro debut. My birthday was September 18th. So I just turned 20. Had my pro debut down at it's Letta Casino in Albuquerque. Yeah, on
Chris,
Holly Holmes undercard. Shout out to Holly
Hey,
Holmes. I've always loved Holly. She fought Christy Martin that night. It was a big fight for her. Yeah, she whooped that ass.
Yeah, dude. I was reading that like you fought like your first fight was like against like a 30-something-year-old guy.
Yeah,
like a veteran that had already been around. And
Nelson Estupio. I remember his name.
It's like his friend's dad.
And then they
he looked like, but he had like 75 fights. He was
that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
He was
14
seasoned.
to 66. Yeah, I stopped him in the third round, but he came for the paycheck. And that's how it was for my first few fights. It was just, give me fights, get my feet wet. And then I remember after like my fifth fight, it was like 5-0, 5 knockouts. Like, all right, y'all, let's step this shit up, man.
Right.
Because there's no point in me training for cab drivers.
Yeah.
And my manager was like, calm down.
chill,
Relax.
We're going to get there, And my manager, shout out to Bob Spagnuolo, been with me since jump, before I turned pro. That man would give me his kidney if I needed it. And it's hard to find people in boxing like that. But he had the insight. He knew. He's like, look, I'm thinking about longevity. We're going to get those numbers up. We're not going to take no risk. We're not going to take no damage to get these numbers up because they ain't paying yet. Once they start paying, then we'll take some risk. And so that we kind of shaped our model like that. And me and him, we did it ourselves. Of course, my coach and my team, but we went all around the world just to get the opportunity to get a ranking, to get a fight, so that we could get that title or the title contention at least. They had to talk about me. They had to come through me at one point.
How stressful is that though, going through that time?
It was. Now looking back, I should have been way more stressed than I was. You know what I mean? I was just like, this is the ride.
Right.
So this is the path we gotta go. All right,
You already
whatever,
understood
you know what I mean?
it, right?
Like let's go that way then. I never for once thought it wasn't gonna work. So I guess if I had that doubt, it would have stressed me the hell out. Like, is it gonna work? Are we gonna make it? And now I have a little bit of that doubt, not in the sense that is it gonna work from my standpoint or my point of view, but is the powers that be, is the politics gonna get me? The belts. There's so many different organizations, and they have certain rules that they made up their own rules, and they usually don't follow them. So, you know.
It's kind of hypocritical in a way. Then,
Oh yeah,
right?
the politics is ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, dude, always. So when you say like a team, when you're starting to come up and you're starting to gain momentum, who is it that's helping you like get these fights and get your name out there? Are you running with like a certain brand or a promoter that's helping push you, or were you doing that more like in-house yourself?
It was all in-house. It was my manager, Bob Spagnola, my coach, Louis Burke, and that was really just that was the trifecta. You know, they say you should find two other people to make a triangle. That was my triangle, and what helped get my name out there was my manager got me into camps with other champs, right? So like I got to spar with Antonio Margarito to get him ready for Paul Williams. I got to spar Sugar Shane Mosley, get him ready for Zab Judah. I was sparring with Margarito twice, Sergio Montavilla, Martinez, and being in those camps got me so much experience, and it told me, bro, you was right there.
Right.
I was like 7-0, whooping Sergio. Shout out to Sergio Martinez. Shout out to Sergio Martinez. I heard he's fighting again too, man. Oh, come on back, champ. Hey, after that camp too, his manager, famous handler, Samson Lekowitz, he said, "Listen, don't worry. You'll never fight Sergio. I will never let Sergio fight you. So come on to camp, make this money, get this experience, and help us win another title because we ain't fighting you."
He's like, no way, dude.
Maybe they will now.
You know what's crazy too is that like when you're going through these camps, right, and you're sparring with these big names, and you're kind of like you're measuring yourself up to them, and you're like, hey, I'm not that far off. So that gives you like a bunch of confidence for you to like keep pushing and saying, hey, like all I need to do is just improve here and here, and I'll be at that level.
Or even not even that. At that point, once I was in there with Shane Mosley, and I was giving him work, and I was busting up Margarito, and then I'm seeing what they're doing. They went off to go do great things, win world titles, and this, that, and the third. I was like, yeah, I just need the opportunity. I don't. Not that I was cocky enough to say I don't need to work on anything. Right. I was like, I'm here.
Just give me the chance.
I'm here now, right? I'm gonna keep getting better. That's the goal. But as I am right now, I'm ready. So I kept pushing my manager, who, if you knew Bob Spagnola, he worries for everything, and he does that so you don't have to. Right. But I'm like, man, let's step this up. Come on, let's get us an undefeated fight that's gonna help. That's really gonna push me. And he's like, I don't know, champ. I don't know. I know you're out there doing. I sent him footage, right? I snuck some footage of me fighting. I sent him footage like, look, I'm ready. He's like, okay, all right, we'll step up a little bit. You're right. It's time to make some money already. It's time to get some money.
And which first fight was it like that was that next level for you?
Honestly, so the first fight when I was, I want to say 11-0, I fought what's his name? Buddy Tyson. And it was my first ESPN card, first televised card.
That's sick.
He was 9-0, I think. And I didn't stop him, but I whooped his ass every round. And I thought next fight, TV, more money. I think it was like $5,000 I got paid. Most I got paid, for a fight. But the next fight, it was still, backdoor. I think we fought in Montana in a church basement.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Went from ESPN
to that,
and it was like that. In fact, I was under the radar. Just kept plugging, kept chugging. I went to Panama. I fought Nelson Tapia. He was ranked in, I think, top 15, and again, $5,000 to fight this dude in Panama. He was Colombian, but they live
right. Yeah, it's in the vicinity.
Yeah. So he was a Panamanian citizen, and Roberto Duran was there. He's the Panamanian champ. He's also my coach's favorite fighter. So Louis was just starstruck. Right? And Roberto, we're doing the press conference, and we have to do the face off and all that good stuff. And I hear Roberto Duran tell my opponent, "Don't worry, he's American, so he's probably basically a little bitch." They're soft in America. And I was like, Roberto Duran called me a bitch, man.
You're like, oh, it's going down.
And yeah, man, it was a good fight. I wouldn't say I beat his ass, but I definitely won. decisively enough that they didn't rob me because they tried. You know what I mean? He was a hometown dude, and and he was a big dude too. He fought Triple G next at middleweight, so he was a big dude. So that was a big step up fight, and that got me into the top 3 rankings.
So you're saying like because he was like in his home, I guess home field advantage for boxing, right? And they were kind of like skewing the way they were scoring the fight in a way to try to give him the advantage.
Here's the thing. So it was a Golden Boy De La Hoya card, and it was like KO Los Drogas or something like that. And De La Hoya was looking to sign that guy.
Okay.
So I was over here just ruining.
Yeah, we're fucking up all the plans.
He's on trying to get signed. He just fucked
his whole life. It was either him or me.
Yeah, you're right.
It's either him or me.
Dude, that's
I
funny.
don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? De La Hoya should have been looking to sign me, but
Right.
you know what? He said no. That asshole said no like 2 years before, and he said, you know why? Because black people don't support nobody.
What?
Black people don't support each other. One, you're a black dude from New Mexico. The fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
It's just business. I ain't taking
Right.
Yeah.
Now, then I was like, man,
But that comes from like his mouth, or does that come from like somebody in his camp?
It was, it was basically from his mouth. That's why.
Okay.
My manager relayed that message
Damn,
to
that's
me.
fucked, bro. That's
But you got to
super
think
fucked.
about it.
It's business he's
Right.
trying to
It's
run.
business.
Right. So especially here, he's looking for like an up and coming boxer, but he wants him to be like Hispanic, preferably.
Hispanic,
right?
Because I mean, New Mexico is one of the least populated states in the country.
Yeah.
Right.
And so if you can't get every New Mexican to get behind you, which is still not going to be that,
It's not
much.
enough. Yeah.
That's still only like
It's just all my Diaz from Cruces. Let's go.
You make a good point.
So
I mean,
again, it was business, but I ain't give a fuck about business. This is my life,
Yeah.
my career, right? So I'm like, all right, bet, don't sign me. And I went and I backdoored it and went and got a belt. And then there was like, oh shit, everybody got to come through me now.
Yeah.
And you want to be undisputed? Well, you got to
come through me. Yeah.
And after I got my belt, and I had 2 defenses. I defended against David Lopez back in Mexico, right? And then I had another defense right here in El Paso against Laporta, the
Hey,
Australian.
but that must be a good feeling, like knowing that if you want to get up there, you got to go through me
You
first.
gotta
I'm the
see me.
gatekeeper, you know. You got to talk to me. What's up?
Absolutely.
That's dope.
And then after that Showtime, it was my first Showtime card. It was here at Diablo Stadium.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah, Cohen Stadium. And right after that fight, Al Heyman said, "Come to Houston. Let's meet." Right, the infamous Al Heyman, PBC, and we had that meeting, and it was at a Danny Garcia Eric Morales fight, the first fight, and from there, Al Heyman he kind of tried to make me a household name. He said, "Look, you're a champ, you're undefeated. Your demographic is trash. It's true, but you could fight, and you're charismatic, and we could do something with that." And so, thank God for Al Heyman. He took a chance on me. Nobody was willing to do, even while I was a champion,
Right.
And undefeated, right?
and undefeated. So it was a.
I mean, by the time you fought Miguel Cotto, you were what, like 26-0, 25-0?
Yep, 26-0.
Damn.
And
Destroyed him.
And so that was my second fight with Al. The first one was Devin Rodriguez, second Showtime fight in California. The next one was Cotto. And I remember when he gave me the call too, he's like, "Look, you can't tell nobody, all right? But it's done. I got you the Cotto fight."
Oh shit!
And I was like, "You talking about Miguel? Hell, Cotto? Or you talking about like a little brother?" I said, "No."
That's a big name.
Yeah, I got you the Cotto fight. I said, "And listen, let me tell you something, Austin. You can beat him. Not only can you beat him, I think you can stop him. Nobody's gonna know that. Nobody's gonna believe that." And I was like,
He's like, oh shit.
like, you ain't telling me nothing. I already know. I already know I could beat this man. Oh my God, I can't. You know what I mean? And I remember
Austin's over here shadow boxing while he's still in the phone.
Big time. I was
I'm ready.
hyped. And I was like,
Put me in,
what
coach.
you mean?
Put me in.
What you mean I can't tell nobody? Come on. So
Damn, that's true.
and that was, that was one of my biggest wins to this day. And it opened up the door to give me some, I had some real good fights after that. 3 Fight of the Year candidates, me and Jamal Charlo, me and Canelo, me and Hurd. Those are the 3 Fight of the Year candidates that I ended up participating in. And, those close fights, I didn't get them. You know, they didn't give me the close fights, but nonetheless, they were good, entertaining fights, and I was happy to be a part of that.
And I also think those fights were like was the Cotto one the one that broke you, like kind of broke you like in a sense where like now the people from El Paso knew who you were.
Well, no, you know, the people from El Paso, because El Paso's a big fight town,
right?
And I've always had a lot of love in El Paso, and shout out to El Paso. There was times when Las Cruces I felt like they wasn't giving my due, but El Paso always
held you down.
Always show love. And I mean, Las Cruces did too, but it's just my home. You know, they see me over in Walmart every day, so it's not like you know, oh my God, there's Austin Trout. Like, no.
Yeah, there he is. He's chilling, grabbing his groceries and shit.
He's usually here around this time. He does picking up his kids. Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, so. Like they kind of see you living like your daily routine.
Daily life. So it wasn't like a big treat, you know.
Right.
But you know, Las Cruces always show love. It wasn't no hate. I just put it like that. It wasn't no hate, and I'm sure there was, but it wasn't no abundance of hate that it got to me.
Right.
So I'm not paying attention to that.
No, because you'll throw hands, dude. That's why.
And I fight, right? You said, try Jesus, not me. Yeah. I throw hands.
Yeah, dude. And you know what's cool is that like I was looking at the Canelo fight on YouTube, and pull this up, Joe. Just put Austin Trout versus Canelo. It pops up right away. Dude, that fight, the highlights of the fight, or it's actually the full fight that's on there. That shit has like 5 million views on YouTube, dude.
That's what's up, but those highlights are very one-sided. Like, y'all didn't show my
you know what?
yeah.
No, but
and I watched the fight, and there's sometimes like I even I think it was like recently.
Yeah, like this is the full fight right here. So that's the one I was watching. Because
5.3 million, that's the zone. So that hasn't been here that long.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right.
2020 is when they put it
right,
up.
when they uploaded it.
That's what's up.
So they went back, and I think they like because it looks like super HD and everything.
Yeah.
So I think they went back, they remastered it, and then they put the whole fight on fucking YouTube, and it's the whole fight. You know what I mean? And it's I was reading the comments, dude, and there's a lot of people that they felt like that you did a very good job in this fight, and that you could have actually been the one to win this one.
Yeah, you know, there's one thing that I regret for this fight, and everyone's like, "Oh, you wish you did more push-ups." Like, no, I worked hard. I was in shape. You know, there's nothing that I could have done to prepare better.
Right.
I wish I never agreed to the open scoring. Man, if you watch the first 4 rounds, look, you know, he's missing, he's jumping, he's reaching. I was boxing, I was catching on. It was good. You know what I mean? I thought it was like 2-2 going to the 4th round. 3-1 for me, really. They said you got no rounds on nobody's card. And so I had to change up my whole game plan and do something different that we never worked on, you know what I mean? And to this day, I haven't seen Canelo really move and run like that since he fought me or Triple G. So
yeah. How long ago was this?
This was like 2013.
Right. Okay. And this was in San Antonio, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alamo Dome?
Yeah.
Alamo Dome.
In front of like 50,000 fans live, dude. And so what do you mean by like, because I'm not like, I know boxing, but I'm not like a super like into the technical side. But when you say open score, what does that mean?
So usually, you know, you just feel how you're doing.
Right.
And you could go look at the man's face and like, that was a good combination I just put off. That they'll never show in the highlights. Anyway, and you could kind of read the energy, like, man, he's hurt or he's not confident in himself. You can read that. And then when it comes down to the end of the fight, you're like, yeah, I hit him more. I beat him more. My will is intact. Look, he's defeated.
Right. He looks tired.
Right.
Yeah.
So they started, and they really don't do this much at all, an open scoring. It was actually a new rule that they implemented just for this fight.
Really? Damn.
That's
And
crazy.
So the 4th and 8th round, they tell you your scores, who's up and who's down. And well, one, the judges were like, even Paulie Malignaggi, he says, well, that Christian Stanadulu, he might as well just go home because he's already filled out his card. He didn't give me no rounds, right? And every time they would show the open scoring, the commentators were like, that's way off. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, if they're saying what you're doing is working, right? Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Or even if you're losing, they're telling you you're still winning. He just knew he had to stand up. He just had to keep standing and he'd be fine. So
yeah,
it takes the guesswork out. And instead of me, you know, building on my momentum, I just had to change it up and do something that I shouldn't have done.
It was a good fight for sure.
It was a good fight.
It was a great fight.
How was like the atmosphere there? I mean, obviously you're in front of 50,000. Like, what was going through your head?
What is it coming out of that tunnel to
like
start with?
Like, what are you thinking? Like, what's going through your mind?
I know. So when I came out against Miguel Cotto, that was in Madison Square Garden. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Puerto Ricans, but they're real aggressive.
Yeah.
Just shit there yelling.
Man, there's a lot of them over there too.
That's like mini Puerto Rico over there, dog.
Well, listen, and they're very clever with their shit talk. You know what I mean? I can't even remember what they said, but I was like, that was a good one.
He's all writing
I
them
would have been
down.
like, your mama, la tuya.
You know, they were those Puerto Ricans in the Madison Square Garden. They couldn't hold a light to the Tex-Mexes in San Antonio. And I say Tex-Mexes because I fought in Mexico before. And, you know, Mexicans, they're real big on respect and honor. And boy, these boys in Alamo, in San Antonio had no respect.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
shit.
I had a little group of people out there, you know, and they were wearing team Trouts. They were getting jumped left and right.
Holy shit!
But you know, Las Cruces, we do that.
Yeah.
We do that. So you know, my peoples was coming back with reports like, "Oh, they tried to jump us, man. They didn't know we get jumped for breakfast." You know what I'm saying? It's like I was sitting there handing this one and that one. I say, "Yeah, that's the desert out here. We like to fight.
We get jumped for breakfast,
That's
homie.
what we do." So
they all go
shout out
look
to
for
Las
it.
Cruces, all the Trout Nation that you know.
Oh, that was crazy.
They had to stand against.
What are we having
diversity.
for breakfast? Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, dude, that's nuts. And so, like, comparing those two environments, MSG against like San Antonio, which one would you prefer to fight in? Like, obviously, MSG has like
MSG.
the
MSG. I don't want
Right.
to fight in. Well, you know, Texas left a bad taste in my mouth, and again, you know, they booed the national anthem. I'm not a big patriot like that.
Right.
They booed my family. They booed my wife. You know, they booed everything. And they
Yeah.
got real racial too. I was like, God damn, this ain't that serious, y'all.
right. Yeah, chill, fuckers. Goddamn.
I would have been like, you get on the ring next then.
Oh yeah, I was calling them out too. It's like, hey, you're not Canelo, I'll fuck you up.
I will drop you,
You're not Canelo. Like,
You heard that, Misa?
dude. It's crazy that they were that aggressive with you. Like, even
La
like,
raza, the passion.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, you know, it was. I was on the wrong side of it, but if it wasn't for the passion that the Mexicans had for boxing, boxing would have went under. When the UFC started catching its shit,
Right.
and boxing was on that low.
Yeah.
And you know, also Showtime and HBO, they kept showing all these Eastern Europeans.
Yeah.
That was the day of the Klitschko's, and
Yeah.
if it wasn't for the Mexican fans, boxing would have made it.
Nah, I would have died
It's
a long
because see
time
these
ago.
us Mexicans, man, we throw chingazos, bro.
And they like
Yeah.
to see
You know,
it. And there's
putazos,
passion.
you know,
and
like-
they
Not
don't
Chris
give a
though, not
fuck.
Chris.
Not
though,
Chris, man.
But we all get down over here.
I'm a lover, bro. I don't fight.
Hey, after the podcast, we'll show you his form. You're gonna love it. You should give him some tips, man.
Oh, dude.
I got
Yeah,
you,
go
man.
back, go find it on the Instagram.
I got you.
Yeah, dude.
You're gonna love this form,
okay,
man.
so I went to do community service way back in the day, and it was at a rec center, right? And it was for it was around Easter, so they had like a party, and there was this one guy that owned a boxing gym, and he was like trying to get people to sign up to to his gym and stuff. And so I was out there, and then he's like, "Yo, do you want to fucking throw these pads on and like spar a little bit with me?" Like, he was holding the pads, you know, and I was supposed to punch him. And no, dude, is that my IG?
Yeah, it's yours.
Okay, you got to go all the way down, dude. So we're in the middle of a park, and I'm in a ring, like hitting pads. I've never done it before in my life.
This guy thought he did so good, he put it on Instagram.
I thought I did good.
He could have sworn. He could have sworn.
Yo, you got to go far, like
Yeah, I'm going.
back. But yeah, dude, that's the only fighting I've done. but yeah, dude, that's
He said
crazy.
he thought he did so good.
Yeah, dude, it was hilarious, man. But yeah, I'm a lover, not a fighter for sure, dude. You know what I mean?
His wife fights his fights for him.
Yeah, dude. My wife
you
is
know what's
from New
funny?
Mexico. She got hands, so
Yeah, she must.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
my wife does too, and she's a Leo, so you know she
feisty.
She's the one because I'm very non-confrontational,
Right.
believe it or not. So I got me a big feisty wife so that she can
She'll do it for you.
Yeah, take my plates back.
Right,
Say,
that's
"The
what I was
order's
gonna say.
wrong."
So when they fuck up your steak, she takes
This
it back.
ain't right.
Yeah.
This ain't right, baby. You got it. Go tell them. You go, girl.
You keep telling
Keep going, right? All right, sorry.
Chris is
Joe.
all like, "You
You're
want to
almost
go?
there, I believe.
You want to go 1-on-1 on FIFA right now?"
Yeah. So
Try to replace me, but bitch, I'm one of a kind. You know, I be speed racing up on the highway 95. Look, I don't give a fuck why these niggas hating on me. Oh, wait, because I got your bitch tripping on me. She said my love promethazine got her leaning on me. Spanish mommy with that accent, bet she call me Poppy. Okay, yeah, she be hitting my phone like.
one of the things that I remember about boxing growing up is that the fights used to be like it wasn't like they were more scarce. Like it wasn't how it is like now where it's like every weekend there's a UFC fucking fight. Back in the day, it was a special occasion. We have a Showtime fight, like this. Let's get together. This shit, like, you know what I mean. I miss that about boxing. Do you ever get that feeling?
So it's kind of, but I want more boxing the better. So that time.
Oh. You knocked out the mic, son.
Left hook.
Look, okay, here it
Look
is.
at this. This is
okay, hold on.
embarrassing.
Let him answer the question I just asked him first, and then put this on, share it through the Zoom. Okay?
I got you.
All right, so you're saying you want more boxing? You want to see more of it? You want to see it?
In that time where you were saying where there was just only pay-per-views every so often, that was the time when boxing was at a decline. And if you look back at the history of boxing, there was a time where, like, I think they had Tuesday night fights.
Yeah.
Then they had Thursday night fights. They had Friday night fights. And then, Saturday was for whatever big
For the
fight.
boys?
Yeah, the big fight that they had or whatever. So, I wish they bring that back. I don't know if y'all remember the solo boxeo days. Every Thursday, some of the best fights. I got to be on there a few times myself, but some of the best fights, man, solo boxeo.
Solo boxeo.
Yeah, man. So I miss when there was fights galore. And it was just, it didn't have to be a whole, like, hey, everybody come over and watch the fight. It was just like watching the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, there's a fight on tonight.
It's a good fight.
Go throw that on.
All right, okay. All right. So, okay, Joe, share this. And,
This is great.
This is going to be my attempt at
Please
boxing.
judge him and judge him hard.
Yeah,
please.
go ahead and critique me. This is me. This is about 10 years ago. But yeah, that's me right there.
He thought he did some.
Right, I thought, look at that. Look at that. Hey. Let me eat, baby. Let me eat.
Look, hey, for never doing it.
Bro, first
That's
time
not bad.
ever, dude.
Not-
Dude,
It's
he was
not
just
bad.
off balance, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not saying I would have knocked anybody out, but I would have fucking hit you at
probably
least
hungover.
once.
Chris, have you just smoked some CBD?
Yeah, that was off a big CBD joint right there, son. The fattest.
He moving a little slow there. He moving a little slow.
Well, I was following the coach's instructions too, and then that's my boy Ryan. I think he did a little bit better. But you see, the thing I don't like him is his form. His form's trash. You see?
Yeah, chin up.
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
like,
Ryan, if you're watching this.
yeah, dude. Like,
He looks
Ryan,
like one
put
of
your
those
hands
toys.
up. Yeah. It's like one of those boxing
Leaning
little, yeah.
forward,
Yep. He looks like he
He's like,
wants
"Get
to
out."
get hit. Yeah, dude.
Not Crystal. Chris had
I was
the size
fucking
of his
hands up.
He ain't
Sit down,
gonna, he ain't gonna tag me, son.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Straight dog. Straight dog.
we laughed at him, and it wasn't that bad at all, bro. If he told you a couple of things, you would have looked good.
Dude,
Hey,
this is from Mr. Trout, son. No
get
doubt,
back-
Trout.
you should get into
every
boxing.
time, every time somebody asks Chris if he's ever been in a fight, he'll be like, "Yeah, dude," and he'll show him that video.
I'm like, yeah, let me show you my tape.
He's like, "Yeah,
Pull
watch."
this shit up. Okay.
But I believe everybody should get in a fight.
Yeah.
At least once.
Dude, I've never been in a fight, dude. Like, ever.
Go spar.
Well, I mean,
That'd be you getting in
Dude,
a
I'll fight you right now.
teaches
he's like, I'll fight you
We'll
right.
fucking
It
take
teaches
you to the
about
jungle in the
yourself,
back.
a lot about yourself.
Yeah,
man.
open
It takes
score.
you-
He'll be the judge.
So okay, yeah. So expand on that. You're saying that you feel like everybody should be at least either in a controlled fight or in a
control for
fight.
sure. Or
Street fight.
No, Chris, just go hit someone.
Dude,
Right,
no,
just
it's
go-
because
go
I've
get in
seen
a street
these.
fight.
I've seen these street fight videos where people are getting knocked the fuck out and then they slam their head on the floor. I'm like, nope,
Yeah,
not
see,
down.
That's why you should do it in a controlled
Right,
situation.
control. Yes, definitely.
and you'll find out a lot about yourself. Some people like, oh no, I could never, and then they just hit in the bag and they're happy with that.
Yeah.
And me, I'm always like, well, you can only get so good hitting the bag.
Yeah.
Like,
Just wait till the bag hits back.
Come do some sparring, and they just so scared. And like, I've had this woman throw up before she got in the
nervous,
ring.
yeah.
Nerves. She whooped ass. It was crazy. She got hit once. You saw in her eye. And she just
clicked.
Went in. She just went in, and I was like, okay, chill, calm down. You know what I mean? This is fun. We don't want her to get hurt either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
This is why I didn't want to fight.
this is so she didn't know that about herself, and then afterwards she was just on a high, like, oh my god. I mean,
Fucking everybody up.
Is she okay? First of all, she okay? Like, yeah, she's fine. Oh my god, did you see when I hit? Like, I just felt it all through my shoulders, and I really hit it. Like, you know, I was like, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah.
Wait till you knock somebody out.
Oh, dude.
One of the best feelings of the world. You hit somebody, bah, and they just fall, and you're like, oh my god, yes. That was
Good
me.
night. Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts, dude. And so, are you into like a UFC at all, or like any mixed martial arts?
Definitely. In the gym I go to in Houston, Main Street Boxing, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu. It's all of the above. We have some pretty good fighters in the UFC that come out there. Derek Lewis, he's one of the biggest ones that trains there.
He's the biggest one, right?
He's the biggest one too. Yeah, and both our strength and conditioning coach is the same guy, so we do a lot of training sessions together. And the big man can move. He's
badass. He's
nimble for being big.
Yeah, imagine fighting that guy, huh? You're like, God damn.
My balls are hot.
The thing about him is, and you know, on his Instagram, he's a fool. He's great.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
okay,
He's funny.
right?
Yeah.
He's funny. In life, he's quiet. He's like an introvert. You don't say much. When he does say something, it's pretty hilarious. But
Yeah.
you got to get it out of him. Like, hey.
Dude, I love him, dude. I love that. You know, he
Yeah.
got in the UFC Hall of Fame, and now he's a commentator alongside Joe Rogan. I love that for him, man. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I like UFC. Like, I like I can see the appeal in it, but like when I see people just get knocked the fuck out and they get like destroyed, I'm like, oh, dude, that was hard to watch. You know what I mean?
It's a little cringy. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I'm like that
Last weekend
when they kicked the guy in the face, dude.
Usman, yeah, he
Yeah,
was
dude,
done.
I was like, oh my god.
That was
Like,
sick.
number one, how did his foot not break?
Yeah.
And number two, like, dude, what the fuck? He
Yeah, I was
dropped,
just like, yo, what is he looking at?
and like I see that, and I automatically I can't watch because I'm like, fuck, dude, Jesus
And his
Christ.
daughter was there too.
Oh my god, I would hate that. How do you explain that? How do
I
you
mean,
explain
waking
that?
up after that, it's like, dude, I smell feet.
No,
For real, dude. Smell a whole ass foot.
waking up too. He's like, you don't know what the fuck happened. So the people around you gotta explain. That sucks too.
Why do I have
Being
an athlete's foot on my
He's like,
chin?
hey, what happened? You're like, wow, he just got kicked in the face.
Sorry,
How do you tell somebody you got knocked the fuck out?
Have you've had a conversation like that with your coaches, right? Like when you've been knocked out, you're just like, what?
They all praise be to God. I ain't never been knocked out before. So
Not like in that sense, right? Not like that.
I mean, you had a close one with Canelo.
I got dropped, yeah.
You know, when you
show
get
that
hit,
round, show that whole round, show what happens. 'Cause I got dropped, but I came back.
Yeah,
in
dude.
his ass. Pause, man.
but when you get hit like that, and you're still in the middle of a round, what's that
And
thought
it was the
going
beginning
through?
of the round too. When he caught me, I didn't even know I got hit like that. So whatever, you know, he feinted out that way, hit me with a right hand, and I went to take a step back, but my legs was already like wobbly. So I was like, oh, here I go, I'm going down. And that was my first time being dropped, and so I was like, fuck. All right, get that back, Trout. Let's go get that back. So it wasn't. I wasn't hurt. Right. It was a buzz, right? And I take that back. I was hurt.
But like
I was hurt,
mentally,
but
you weren't out.
I recovered really quick, right? You know, I had the 10 count or the 8 count, and then he came right out. I was still a little bit buzzed, and he came out flurrying. I held on and for a little bit, and then I was good. So when you're hurt, sometimes you don't get your shit back. You know, you're still trying to fix your eyes, you're blinking a lot, and yeah. So it's and that's so I've heard. You know, I haven't been hurt too bad too many times. Usually, if it's a knockdown, it's a quick flash knockdown, And I blame my New Mexican chin for that.
You're like, God damn, that hurt. Let me get right up there.
He's like, it didn't even hurt. It didn't even hurt.
Just bring up the knockdown he's talking about.
That's how Chris feels every day when he wakes up after a hangover.
Yeah, just put Trout, Canelo, and then put knockdown. I guess you'll probably find it a little faster.
You're not gonna be able to see the whole round. Say the seventh round.
Yeah, like half. Go to the full fight.
Yeah,
that
dude.
one?
Just go to the full fight.
Right there, 7th round, right there. That one, Joe.
Yeah, but that's just the knockdown. I'm not
It's just
trying
a
to
knockdown.
just watch the knockdown. If you feel me.
No, yeah. We don't want to just blast the knockdown.
Go to
So
Yeah.
7th round?
Go
Yeah,
to
seventh.
7th round, and if you
Of
watch
course,
that.
Specs ad. Wow, look at that. Wine month. Who would have known?
Why? They making shit up.
Right. Who the fuck said it was wine month? Specs did. Yeah, you were right there, Joe, actually. You were right on it. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. So how old were you here, Trout?
27.
27, dude.
Damn, what the hell were you doing at 27, Chris?
Shit, fucking, I don't know, dude. Not much. Not hosting this podcast. That's
Boxing at a park.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I was doing. That seems like right on time for this timeline here. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. And look, dude, this crowd is super into it
See,
because
I
these
already got-
fuckers
I
are
think I
already
already
all
got
over the
dropped.
place.
You already went down?
I think I already
Go
went
back
down.
a little
Go down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because those
It was
rounds,
in the
yeah, right
beginning. It
there.
was in the
There you go.
beginning.
Because those
Watch,
are.
hey man, no bullshit. I fucked him up that round still.
Oh, go back, go back.
No, don't go back.
We'll leave it like that.
Go back.
He's gonna knock me out after this.
No, probably me because I keep telling him to fucking go back. But yeah.
This is right after
I was
being
still
knocked
hurt.
out.
I was still hurt, right? I'm like, get your shit. My leg still ain't right. And then I'm like,
Oh,
all right, I'm getting my shit back. Now I'm back. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, dude, that's interesting because yeah, like you said, you have to like recenter yourself,
Recalibrate.
but you still have this guy coming at you, so it's
you
like
go.
you gotta figure out like how do I do this without being vulnerable to being hit again.
And that one shot, it was a good shot, well placed, but I took more of those shots. It was just that one that broke the armor. But Canelo's strong, and you've seen what he's done after this.
Right.
Yeah.
He's been
who's
knocking motherfuckers out and making me look good too, because I'm like, you ain't do that shit to me.
He didn't do that shit to me. Yeah.
who's the hardest puncher that you fought? You think?
It definitely is. It's between Canelo and Jamel Charlo.
Damn.
Jamel's strong. He's strong as shit, but he's not as explosive and as snappy as Canelo. He's more of like body strong. Like he'll push you and then he'll hit you, like more like football kind of.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. There's this video of that I saw. I actually follow you on Twitter. I just got my Twitter back, and I was like, I'm gonna follow him.
Got my Twitter. Where was your Twitter that you just got?
I wasn't using it, and I did see that you shared one of these. And Canelo's top 5 most difficult opponents, and who's at number 5? Austin Trout, man.
There you
Yay.
go. Damn,
I
dude.
think I was a better fighter than Cotto, but whatever.
It's like that's just me.
Definitely, and
I beat Cotto better than Canelo did too. That's just me.
Yeah.
Too.
So Austin, where can people find you on social media? I know, are you like, or which social media are you most active on? I see you on Facebook a lot.
Facebook, Instagram is my ish. Facebook is.
He's even certified blue check mark. Let's
Yeah,
go.
man.
Yep.
Instagram is my joint. I have more followers on Twitter, so I need to be more active on Twitter. But Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's all the same. At No Doubt Trout.
You share
No doubt.
You share some funny shit on Facebook from what I've seen sometimes.
Hey,
You get the people
What
going
was
on
that
there.
first one with the No Doubt when he was a boxing? Go the first top one. That one right there was on.
This one?
yeah, my boy. Shout out to Chaz Metaphorical. He came out and did some footage, got some flicks.
No doubt.
And Mr. Trout, how would you explain like your relationship with like Mr. Brandon White, DJ Bonds, these young local fighters that we've had them on the podcast before. They've all spoken very highly of you.
Nah, man, I love those guys. They really putting in their work. They have the drive and the love for the sport, and looking at them just makes me love the game again, or reminds me of why. Like They're just trying to get that chance. And
Right.
and I remember even back in the amateurs, like we used to drive 18 hours to get to the tournament for no money. Like we paying money to go to the
Right,
tournament
yeah.
just to compete,
Just to
right?
fight.
just to fight, just to compete, just to see how good we are compared to the rest of the nation or the region or whatever. And they embody that so much that I, being around them just makes me love the game more. For sure. So shout out to DJ,
Yeah,
shout out to
them.
Brandon
Those
Wright.
are dope.
That's
Straight
the future right
dogs.
there. They can fight their ass off. They got heart. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jorge Tovar. He's another one that's coming up, man. Undefeated. That boy can fight too.
Do you see a little bit of yourself in these guys when you look back when you're training?
It's like yes, but it's a very general way. It's not like I see any specifics about me, but just that hunger, the
Right.
drive,
The
you know
drive,
what I
the
mean?
determination.
Like they fight totally different from me. But they all, they're honing in their own path. And it's cool. And everybody's in a different weight class. So, I ain't got to worry about them trying to come up and
Yeah. You're like, I'll knock you out right now.
Try Jesus.
Not me, not yet.
You were actually with Brandon yesterday, right?
Yeah,
you guys
we
were out doing like a promotion and
Yeah,
cruises.
we were out at Rad Arcade. Shout out to Rad Arcade and everybody out there that came out last night. It was a good time. We didn't get to Electric Slide, but shout out to the DJ Robbie.
Hey.
Yeah, it was a good time. Just out there just kicking it, playing some video games and hanging out. I made sure I came home early so I could be here nice and
early,
wide-eyed,
nice
right?
9 a.m. pod.
Same.
Not looking all
Hey, why is
bagged up.
Canelo turning away from you, dude?
See, that's when I decided to show my own highlights. I was like, this is the shit that they don't show. And that was a little
Yeah,
still
bro.
I had
Look,
me
bro.
smacking him.
Like
He went his body was facing him, but his head was the other way. So.
that's a broken neck right there.
What's wrong with his neck? Why is it like that? Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Dinga.
Do you watch
That
this
was
fight
clean.
over and over sometimes?
Nah.
No? Did you used to?
No. It took me a long time to even watch the fight. I don't like watching the fights with me losing,
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, dude.
So, yeah, I was
Dude,
like, let me
boxing
show my
match, watching them. All I can remember also being so young is always just yelling like uppercut. Yeah, that's the only thing I knew that
That's
would
the
do
only thing you
something.
wanted to
Like
see.
uppercut.
My mom too. She's the one. Hit him.
Just in his, have you seen the movie?
hit him.
Have you seen the movie How High, where he's rowing the boat and the mom just pops up? Yeah, that's it. I got her, mom.
And your last fight, Mr. Trout, was over in Europe, right?
Yes, we were in Germany for the last fight. And the fight before that, we were in Dubai. So I'm on some
Shit.
international trout. And the next fight,
International, bro.
I believe is either gonna be Croatia or UK.
Damn.
Was this the guy from Germany right here?
Yep. That was the dude.
I'm gonna start calling you Trout International, son.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, there you
I
go,
like
dude.
that.
That's a good one. And so,
Did you knock him out?
I went and knocked out. It was a decision, but this was coming back from a year layoff.
right?
Yeah.
And people understand the dude was 21-3. He was the number one fighter in Romania.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and so I came to knock off some rust against him, and
Yeah.
I did.
How do you-
Had my way.
How do you like fighting like overseas, like somewhere in like Dubai or Germany? Like,
I love it. I told him I was like, don't bring me back to America unless it's for something
Big.
big.
right?
Yeah.
And then not to say that I don't like America. It's just I'm traveling and getting experiences in other ways that school can never teach.
Yeah.
And traveling, fighting, like when I first was coming up, that was like the fun part of my career. When we got to go and travel and whoop ass, going to people's backyards and just, what I mean. That was the funnest part of my career. So we doing that again, and I'm like, yeah, let's just keep this up. If they got a good fight in America for me, let's take it.
Let's do it.
I was thinking, I know there's a big weight difference, but if you could, would you fight Jake Paul?
Absolutely, with the quickness.
Hey.
And I'll eat up. I'll eat good. I'll get on his nutritional diet and gain some weight.
What do you think about his boxing?
Dude, he's working and he's showing some real skill. I don't know. I don't know if his fights are fixed or not, but I do know he's putting in work.
Yeah.
And I've heard from other people that have been in his camp that he's legit. He's doing 6-week full on camps. Running in the morning, training in the afternoon, weight training in the evening type shit. So, and not to mention, let's look at it this way. Like, take the hater goggles off, right? I'm a boxer. I've been putting in work, and he's just doing more. You know, that's some hater shit.
Yeah.
Because if we think about it, he's been building his marketing brand for longer than
Since
we
Disney,
have, right?
right.
I've been working on boxing. He's been working on marketing.
Yeah.
With his marketing genius,
He could do
was
anything.
able to do. Yeah, if he decided to be a bowler, you know, he would take those million viewers to watch him bowl, and the other bowls would be mad because I've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it didn't matter what he chose. He chose boxing, and since he chose boxing, we get those millions of viewers now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we get people that would never watch boxing because, you know, people that are stuck to YouTube. No offense to everybody watching YouTube, y'all usually watch. You don't do. And then when people do things that make you feel a little bit, you know,
Connection with them.
or not, because like, what do you have connection with the boxer?
Yeah.
Right? I run a lot, I train a lot, eat healthy, and you know,
like to
I'm
throw
usually
hands.
not. So most times they don't have that connection. Well, Jake Paul just made a connection to all those millions of people
That didn't watch
didn't
boxing
care.
before.
They didn't care nothing about boxing. Now they do.
Yeah.
And then he's putting real fighters on his undercards.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's paying them a good amount of money.
Paying them handsomely.
Some of these fighters have never made a payday like that, you know. So he's doing so much good for the boxing. How could you hate on
and to
that?
make it better, he's actually boxing, and like he said,
Actually boxing.
he's actually doing his shit.
He's actually training. He's not just because I've seen some of these YouTubers, you know, they just jump in and they look horrible. They just slap, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, you didn't even try.
Yeah.
No,
Or you didn't even
didn't
get proper
try
training or anything.
at all,
Chris.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Chris, you should call out Mike Tyson.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fat old check.
Let me just start calling out Iron Mike.
no, there's that one Austin something. He has a name. He's a YouTuber. He's been doing boxing shows. Call him out.
Call him out.
I'm not trying to call out anybody.
Call me out. Call me out. Whoop your ass.
Hey,
I think your
you know
hands
what?
is-
Here, Chuck D. Broder.
Chuck
I know
D.
you're cool with us and stuff, and I know you do the weather, but Chris over here,
Calling you
man,
out.
take care of my boy.
To fight him over the rain and shit.
You said it was gonna rain.
Yo, it won't stop raining, dog.
Didn't fucking
What's
rain.
up with this monsoon season shit? Fuck y'all. All right, I got one more question for you, Mr. Trout, before we do our 5 random questions and wrap up the pod here. You mentioned earlier about fighting in a fucking basement church in fucking Montana. So what's
random?
Yeah, what's like the craziest or like the worst place you've ever had to throw like hands that was a sanctioned like event where they were like, yeah, come fight over here, and you get there, you're like, why am I fighting here?
Yeah, that was probably it. And my manager kept trying to tell, like, now listen.
This is the Lord's house.
We're coming to get a win. Now listen, it's like, this is gonna be a little unconventional. And I was like, whatever, man, just show me where to go, you know. And we pulled up. It was in the middle, almost. It was scary. We pulled up to this church. It's just in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, Bob,
That's sketchy.
yeah, what are we doing?
Hey, just let you know there's Bible study after the fight.
Nah, man, it was like it was gonna be some weird seance, and I was the
sacrifice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just so happened to be the only black person in the whole 100-mile radius.
Hell nah.
You know what I'm saying?
The only black guy in the state.
In the state.
And we went down, and there was people down there.
Fuck,
Some people
dude.
wrapping up, you know.
That is crazy.
That's
we
so
had to,
random.
we had to help pick up the chairs, you know.
No.
Because you know they had church in the morning.
Yeah.
so
And this
That
was
is
like
crazy.
after having a big ass pay per view fight, right? Or was
Nah, it was the first round knockout. I knocked this kid out real quick.
That's how bad he wanted to leave. He's like, I'm just gonna
let's get
fucking
about it.
lay this kid out and we're out of here.
Those are those are the dues that I feel like I had to pay.
Right.
Yeah.
And I tell like B White and because he's we've taken some road trips down to Mexico and to get those wins up. I was like, these are the dues you have to pay.
Right.
And with anything, look how you can start paying those dues and just look at count it out, right? The shit that you're going through and the shit you have to eat. If you look at it, it's like, all right, well, I'm eating it now because this is the dues I have to pay. And once this shit's paid, I'm not eating that no more.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have a better attitude about the shit you have to go
It's kind of what everybody, you have to go through it to get where
Gotta
you're
go
at.
through
Yeah.
it.
It's what
Yeah.
everybody has to put in the work.
And then remember, it's always about the journey. It's not about the destination. That's kind of why I'm like, let's just keep traveling and fighting. Like, I'm going to get me a belt. But that's the destination, right? I'm going to get me a world title. And then what? Well, my whole thing is I'm just going to keep traveling and fighting, making money. You know what I mean? trying to force one of these big names to come see me.
Yeah.
And that belt's gonna help. Me running my mouth's gonna help.
Yeah, making some
Me
splash.
winning's gonna help.
Yeah.
You know, and eventually I'll get what I want because we're willful beings. Right?
Yeah.
You hear that, Chuck D. Broder?
You hear that? You hear that, Chuck? So will that weather to be right?
Okay. That was very inspirational right there,
was
Mr.
pretty
Trout. Give him a round of applause, Misa. We're coming up on 54 minutes here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some 5 random questions with our boy, Mr. Trout here.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what time it is really fast before we start this? Anybody got the time, Chewy? Nobody? Nobody's
ain't got
You
no
just
time.
said 11:54.
Knock them out.
Sorry, guys, but that's wrong because actually, it's time for the 5 random questions here at Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast hosted by your boy Chris Marcus.
Love this song, man. Can't get enough. One of my favorites by far. All right, Mr. Trout, I got five random questions for you. And these questions are just that. They are just random.
Okay.
And, nothing too crazy, nothing political, nothing that's going to get you
If you do
in
get
trouble.
mad, it's all right to punch Chris.
If you do take offense, you can take it out on
Straight
Misa
jab.
or Joe, whoever. I just mixed you guys up, whatever, but that's
One
fine.
of them.
All right, one of them, yeah. Okay, so question number 1. Let me get some music here, Misa. Mr. Trout, if you had to eliminate one genre of music for the rest of your life, which genre of music would it be?
Yodeling.
Yodeling. But what about that kid that was in the Walmart yodeling and shit? Like, he'd have no career no more.
Fuck him. He can
Hey, well, what about
He doesn't anymore, right? What happened to him?
were they not yodeling in Germany or what?
I didn't hear it. And I'm okay with that.
Yodeling.
Yodeling. Question number 2. Let's get some more music here. Mr. Trout, are you iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Hey, let's go.
Look at Chewy all mad over there.
Knock them out.
I love the
whole world.
iPhone so much that I was freaking. It's embarrassing to say. I had like 10 hours screen time. I had to give up my iPhone to get an Android. That shit went down to like 4 hours because I just can't stand.
You
the
couldn't.
Android.
No, dude.
10 hours? Those
10
are rookie
hours?
numbers.
That's too much.
You should see his screen time, son.
It's like 18 hours.
18 hours. That's ridiculous.
Jeez, you just leave it on while you sleep or not?
Yeah.
Nah, dude. He's just on it that much, dude.
So I got an Android and I dealt with that for like a year and I just like, you know what? Screen time's worth it. Fuck this Android. Can't stand it.
You heard that, Chewy?
Chewy's heart is
He
broken.
said fuck
bro.
Android.
No wonder Joey takes. No wonder
They're
Chewy
like,
takes
I
forever
don't
to
know.
fucking answer his messages and shit.
Hey,
He's
I hate
like,
those
"Fuck
green
that phone."
bubbles, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Question number 3, Mr. Trout. When you go to sleep at night, are you sleeping with the TV on or off?
So it's it's on, but I have a sleep timer on it. You know?
So it turns off
So
by
it
itself?
turns off like in 10 minutes, like real quick. I just need to be able to turn over and listen to the last little scene.
Yeah, and then
Get a little chuckle out.
same.
and then I'm done. So
Bro, I can see him doing exactly that. That is hilarious, dude.
get my last little laugh because I usually fall asleep to Family Guy. That's my shit.
Me too.
That's what I was gonna ask. What do you usually put on? It's Family Guy.
Usually Family
And it's
Guy.
crazy because I've seen like all the seasons like 3 times, so I know what
yeah.
scene it is. I know
Yeah.
what it is. So you just get the joke. You just
Like, this
That's
is
great.
a good one.
Yeah, I hate it though. Like you're about to fall asleep and then some like infomercial starts and it's
You're
like,
like-
"Do you hate your job?" You're like, "Does your back hurt?"
Does
Oh
not.
shit, dude, this is for me.
dude, and that gets me thinking like, where's my birth certificate or where's that shirt I haven't seen in a while? You're like, fuck.
So Family Guy, your all-time favorite show, or anything better than that?
That's my top, man.
Top. Okay, I like
the best
Family Guy.
part.
Family Guy's hilarious, dude.
And I like the first 3 seasons
Yeah.
the best. You know,
I think that was the most savage version of Family Guy.
Dude, American Dad's pretty funny too.
yeah, Cleveland show too. Everything I like from Seth
Seth MacFarlane.
MacFarlane except for Orville.
Yeah, I don't like
And
Orville.
The first 2 seasons were pretty good. This last season, I'm like, you trying to be serious? Where's the funny? Like, how dare you try to be serious? Nobody cares about
Trash.
you.
Turns it
Call
off.
him out, dude. Call him out.
Call him out. Hey, call him out.
Fix Orville, or you're gonna have to see me in the ring for charity of your choice.
Oh, we're gonna make a cut and send it to him. We're gonna make a clip.
Damn.
All right, question number 4.
Chris
Let's
could
get
be
some
the
more
ring girl.
music here. Ring. Yeah, I don't think you want me being the ring anything.
You wouldn't
At all.
even get
You
to
gotta
be the ring
shave.
girl.
You gotta shave first.
Yeah, dude, for sure. God bless. All right, Mr. Trout, what is your biggest guilty pleasure?
Knocking people out, bro.
Or are you smashing a tub of ice cream like on a Monday night or something?
My biggest guilty pleasure is one of my favorite shows is Married at First Sight.
Oh, hey, that's a good one. My wife was telling me about it, so I watched like a show, and it's fucking crazy,
It's
bro.
crazy.
Like,
And then
these
it,
people
like,
literally get
yeah.
married at first sight.
What?
Like they've never met before, and in this show they
And they
get
got
together.
8 weeks to like try to make it
figure
work
it out?
before they have decision day.
Right. Decision day.
And so I'm
That is crazy.
Do you watch this with your wife?
yes.
She
but,
got you
know,
into
He's
this?
like, yeah, I do. Yeah, for sure.
I put her on.
Okay.
I was like, baby, you gotta watch this show. It's crazy.
This shit crazy.
This shit crazy.
Bro, I forgot to even ask you about you were on that show, Say Yes to the Dress, back in the day. But yeah, I forgot to ask him about that. But yeah.
So that one I get recognized the most, like in airports and stuff
from that show.
from that episode. And
That's what Chris
did a
said.
Oh,
follow-up.
where's he at? I'm trying to find the. Let me try Google.
They did a follow up and came to the wedding, and on some other season.
How'd you get on that?
My wife, she's filled out the application.
She sent it over to them.
Yeah, and she's like, well,
like,
my
If you don't
husband
want
just
no
so happens to
problems.
be,
Yeah, you don't want no problems.
WBA world champion,
Right.
and and then it just so happened I was in New York for some more marketing stuff. We were going to BET actually, and it was going to be me, Mike Tyson, Bow Wow, and Brian Jennings doing some like man cave segment, and then so we told them like we're gonna be in town this time, and they're like, "Bet, fill you in, we'll get you in." They didn't pay for nothing. They didn't pay for the flight, for the hotel. They didn't even get a discount on the dress. So
Holy
Damn.
I'm exposed as man.
So you just did everything normal, just on
should've
camera.
said hell
Everything
no
normal,
instead.
just on camera. The only reason why I don't even regret it. It was great, and they got to get my grandma on there. She was out there. My cousin Renee, my grandmother, actually ended up dying at my wedding that they were filming. So it's really a beautiful, tragic story.
Jesus.
Wait, that really happened?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
So
dude.
she was on the Say Yes to the Dress. They ignored me. Back to Say Yes. They ignored everything I said. I said I would like her to have something a little more form fitting, a little mermaid style dress. I wanted to see more of her curves for me. And they're like,
No.
"You're not here for your opinion. You're here because you're the boxer that got us on. So sit
Yeah.
there and be pretty or not. We don't care. Just shut up." And I was like,
Damn. What the fuck, dude?
Where's the producer?
Damn, they're just filming his hands the whole time.
"Yeah,
And what network is this? This is like TLC or
Lifetime.
something?
Lifetime.
Bro, what? And they ain't got the check to fucking help you
Oh, but
out?
that
I'm
was
sure
that
they
wasn't
do.
them that said that. That was my wife and my grandmother that was telling me like, sit down, and shut up.
Okay. He was like, damn.
They were scared to tell you anything.
It was my own.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Well, sorry to hear about like your grandmother passing away like that, but that's crazy.
It's actually a beautiful story. And looking back, and I'm Jewish, so we believe that the final moments of somebody's death or life is very important,
Yeah.
right? And you have to look into the beauty of that. And so, the timeline. I'm gonna fight Canelo April 20th, 2013. My grandmother goes into a coma, a month before the fight, right? March something. She was in a coma. 2 months before the fight. She goes into a coma for like 2 weeks. She comes out. She does the rehab. This is after goddamn. She's in a coma during the Canelo fight. That's right. And I remember that because I was thinking, if she was alive now, I would probably kill her with this fight. You know, maybe she had a heart attack. So she comes out after the Canelo fight. My wedding is about a month later, right? It's gonna be May 26th.
Hey, there you go.
We'll edit that. Pull the receipt out on that one.
So April 21st, 22nd, my grandmother wakes up at the coma right after the fight. She goes to rehab. She gets cleared by the doctor that she could travel. She could come to my wedding. So she makes it. And my grandma, she's a little party animal, but she's chilling out now because she has a pacemaker. But she's cool. She came to the rehearsal dinner. She was at every event. And then we go and say our dues, and everybody walks back. My grandma tells my cousin, "Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick." My cousin's like, "You need me to come with you?" She's like, "No, I'm good. Goes to the bathroom, dies. Right, gives up the spirit and whatnot. And I'm over there taking pictures, and I see the ambulance and them come, and I'm like, "Shit!" I'm running over there. My mom still like straight face. I still remember. I was like, "I can't believe she pulled that off." She stopped me. She's like, "Austin, don't go over there." Grandma, her pacemaker was making like an alarm. So we're just gonna take her to get checked, make sure she's okay, and then we're gonna come back. All right, just real quick check. It's fine. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't come. So I was like, no. Like, we can. This ain't shit. You know what I mean? Money down the drain. I'll go with you. And I said, no, don't come.
Yeah.
Stay at your wedding. I'm gonna take care of this. We're good. I'll be right back. So I go back. I'm all nervous, but I'm like,
it's your big day, man.
She said stay. So like we stayed and I faded, and it was a good time. We danced. We had a good time. But then it got time to dance with mom's. Mom still ain't back. Well, I was so wasted. Like, wait, I was like, It just hit. Was like, my mom ain't back. Hold up, where my mom at? And my cousin Renee, who's like my godmother, she's like, she came to dance with me. She's like, oh no, they hospitals. They take a long time to do anything. So,
you're already feeling good. You're like, oh, you're right.
I was like, you're right. The hospital sucked, but I wish my mom was here. And so then it wasn't until after the wedding, my mom was like, yeah, she died. She passed Austin.
Yeah. Wow.
But she did that. She gave up. She gave it up. She was supposed to be dead a long time ago.
Yeah.
So she made it to see me
get married,
right? And like I said, I'm Jewish. We believe that the last moments are the most beautiful. I was her last moment.
Right.
That's beautiful.
That's a crazy story, man.
She got to see me go.
Bittersweet.
And then when we told her older sister, Ma Joan, that she died, she goes, wait, did she see him get married? And she said, yes. I said, okay. I'm okay with it.
Everything was fulfilled at that point.
And then to add to the crazy fucking story, so my grandma died at my wedding. My first child in this wedlock, my baby Araya, she's born on my grandmother's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
No.
There it is.
Life, give me chills.
Life, dude.
That's beautiful.
When she started talking very early. She had a Brooklyn accent. My grandmother's from Brooklyn. I was like, you want some more? Sure. Give me some more.
So you're like, yo, what?
Hey,
like,
you
what?
dead ass.
Yo,
Dead man.
I'm walking here.
That's not Brooklyn, no.
Wait, son.
Fuck was that?
That's an Italian accent. It's a dumbass out here.
That's Brooklyn, though. And you got the Italian.
Sure.
At least I can fight Chris.
Hey, yo, my
Full
man.
circle. Full circle.
Oh my god,
That's crazy. That's beautiful.
bro.
Okay.
That's
I got one last random. This is the fifth question for you. Go ahead and get some music really fast, Mr. Trout. What is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life? You know
To
what I mean? How much
fulfill?
time we got?
We got all day.
The purpose of life is to make the world righteous enough or godly enough so that God could dwell in the world.
Felt that.
There you go. Round of applause. There it is. Meaning of life from our boy, Mr. Trout, International Trout. In the building.
Trout.
All right, guys, we're at an hour and 6 minutes, so let's go around the studio here, give our final thoughts before we wrap this up. Let's start with you, Joe.
Mr. Trout, thank you for taking time out of your busy day. I know you got a lot of big things going on and hanging out with us. I wish you nothing but the best. You said you want another belt.
He gonna get it.
He gonna
will.
get it. Thank you for sharing all these cool stories with us. It means a lot, especially somebody big coming from out of EP, the Borderland area.
No doubt.
I love it. Thank you guys for having me here early, 9 o'clock.
9 a.m., baby.
My birthday party today. Let's get it.
I don't know. Where's that? Where are we going tonight?
Wherever. We going Bucks to have. No, no, on Monday I went out with friends, and then out of nowhere I was like, I'm going home at 2. I ended up at Bucks. I ended up leaving at Bucks at like 5 in the morning.
See, I don't even know what Bucks is. Let's go see it.
You know what?
It's like Jaguars.
It's a strip club. It's a strip club.
Wherever he goes, don't go, bro.
Yeah. Walking red flag. This one.
Yeah, I'm a walking red flag.
Misa, final thoughts today.
Yeah, Mr. Austin International, no doubt, straight dog. Trout, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. It's pretty crazy, mind blowing. Me and Chris still couldn't believe it. Trying to get all this together. Thank you so much. Your stories, it's pretty dope. I wish you the best, man. I know there's still a lot more coming from you. Everybody listening, guys, please support Mr. Trout.
Support local.
Period. Anything local, guys.
Period.
Also, make sure you guys stay safe and stay fresh.
Mr. Trout, final words today.
It was great coming here. It was a great conversation. Didn't feel like an interview at all. So thank you guys for making it real chill, real. I mean, that hour flew by.
Yeah.
There's been interviews. I'm like, bro, you really just asked that question?
No, he knew better. He's like, I don't want to get punched because I'm sitting right next to him.
That's why I did my prep.
One time when like there was the guy who was, he was like Canelo. So what do you feel about fighting Canelo? How do you feel about Canelo? What do you think about Canelo? I was like, bro, I really don't give a fuck about Canelo because you stop asking about Canelo.
Yeah.
He's like, sorry.
It's disrespectful, dude.
But
Yeah, Chris, he's like, go back.
I understand. That was the biggest fight. I get it, and I can only answer so much.
Right,
He asked. He was like, "What do you think Canelo's eating right now?" I was like,
What? Chris almost asked that, and I was like, don't ask that.
I don't care.
Nah.
Asking me. It was a great conversation, and I
funny,
can't wait to
man.
come back next time. We get to talk about the time I got high with Mike Tyson.
Damn, bro, that is a cliffhanger right there. I love that.
It's a cliffhanger. Part 2.
Continued,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Part 2. We're gonna smoke weed with Mike Tyson through Austin Trout.
Facts. It was a bucket list. Next is Dave Chappelle. You hear me?
There you go.
Damn, this guy's got some dreams, dude.
Dude, that's funny,
Fucking
dude. All right, Mr. Trout, final thoughts from me today. Thank you very, very much for being here. We really do appreciate it, all of us here from the podcast. I'm really glad you were able to take some time out of your busy schedule to come sit with us. And I'm glad we were able to get a good hour with you because it's always good to have a good conversation so we can get these good stories out of you like we did. And I really do appreciate you being here, man. Joe, happy birthday, dude. Give him a round of applause.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Joe.
birthday. Happy day of birth.
Yeah, there
To
you
the
go.
biggest red flag.
To the biggest red flag that ever walked this motherfucking green earth. All right. Misa, good shit,
sir.
dude. Another great guest in the book. Blue, Chewy, thank you all for being here. Mr. Trout,
you,
once
guys.
again. With all that being said, round 2, anytime, whenever you're back in town, let me know.
let
We'll
you
get
know.
this going.
Yeah.
And guys, everybody.
Just a little later, please.
just maybe 8 a.m. next
We
time.
don't want Joe looking like this.
And shout out to these microphones making my voice all sexy.
That's what they do, dude. That's what they
Wow.
do. Wow. Okay. With all that being said, guys, thank you for following us, liking us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go out and support Mr. Trout as well as the podcast. With all that being said, episode 139, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. We are
Sheesh. Out. Straight dog.
Bitch, I get you tapered like a new fresh haircut. Put it in ignition, now a nigga got his keys stuck. Zanny got amnesia, hoes down, G's up, bitch. Ooh, hit me back with